I don't believe I'm saying this. I fixed it. I fixed the sound, I think. I'm using a different controller. So it's the actual port on the controller that's broken. So I've just switched to this controller that for a long time the audio didn't work. It's like for like connecting head stuff to. So I just didn't use it. But hey, now it works. So I guess yeah. It's also the other one's red, this one's pink, so this one's better anyway. But the only reason I stopped using it was because it just stopped working. The red controller was originally Eric's, but Eric hasn't played on the PlayStation in a long time. He doesn't really need to. He has his own Xbox Series X, so he doesn't need to use it. Okay, let's continue the story then. Over to ADPS. I wonder if we're ever going to get any other branches of this.
I'll have to work overtime to finish this mission report.
Huh.
You're here.
Yo. Dude, what can I do for you? I want to ask about Bringer. Saw the news, I'm sure. Commissioner closed the case citing personal misconduct. I already found it strange and wanted to investigate further, but there's been a lot of obstacles. It's as if there's a hidden force that doesn't want me to get involved in this matter any further. Sounds suspicious. Yes, but it could also be my sensitive position. As far as I know, the case was closed. The items left behind by Inspector Bringer were all sent to Hollow Special Operations for processing. However, those items have already been screened within the Bureau, and there's nothing suspicious about them. If you're still worried, you can go there and later and ask. Also, my colleagues at PudSec, most of us have worked with Inspector Bringer to some extent, so they might know something. I would love to investigate with you, but I've been busy lately. There's an organ trafficking case recently, and some other odd missing persons cases as well. No worries, I'll just get on my own. Alright, just let me know if you have any questions. Okay, talk to some people here. Can I help you? It's not Inspector anymore. Not very familiar with him, but I did help organize the things he left behind. Looking at now, I guess I can be considered his estate. Anything special about them? No, just very ordinary things. However, I heard there was from other colleagues that Bringer had a notebook he never parted with, but I couldn't find this notebook in his belongings. It's probably lost somewhere. And everything was been sent to Hall Special Operations. I think it was Section 6. Maybe it's because the higher-ups suspect there's a mole in PubSec. Probably. Oh, security boo. And there, how about the interview Bringer? Mr. Bringer, I know. I once caught him in the bathroom secretly recording his to-do list for the next day with a tape recorder. Probably worried that he would forget otherwise. Is human memory really that short, or was it just Mr. Bringer? However, if there had been others in the bathroom at the time, Mr. Bringer probably wouldn't have done that. It's because I'm a bang boo that I happen to have witnessed something like this. Yeah, that would make sense. Weathered public security. Any problem, citizen? Do you know about Bringer? You're not a reporter, are you? No, I'm just curious, citizen. Oh, good. Boss has told us not to talk about Bringer. Probably worried about reporters being careless with what they write. I really don't know why he turned out this way. He used to be a good person. Many years ago, after he came out of the Hollow, his entire personality shifted. Thought it was because he was injured in the Hollow or had witnessed something terrible. But that our operation was very successful. He rescued many citizens from the Hollow and emerged completely unscathed. How strange. Have any other information? Remember now, seems like Bringer's had memory issues for a long time, always forgetting stuff. Back then, we even suggested he keep a diary or something, though I'm not sure if he ever listened to us. Don't anything more than that. Interesting. Reading me the Hall of Special Operations. Check the items left behind for Bringer. I'll head to HSN now. Yeah, that is very interesting. He has memory issues. Go into the office. Not really often I get to go in here. Not really anything in here, so not really a reason to go. Hello, you two. Yo.
Nice training.
Of course. Immediately into training. You're here. Ji-Wen has already told me about the current situation. We have already found all of Bringer's belongings. Nothing unusual so far. We have some tape recordings. There are indeed a few tapes. They're all here. Our colleagues have already listened to these tapes. They're just routine meeting minutes and similar recordings. Nothing out of the ordinary. Carefully inspecting the tapes, you find one that feels different from the rest. It feels a bit heavier. Need to play these tapes again? There shouldn't be a need for that. These tape recordings have already been reviewed by both Hollow Special Operations and PubSec. There shouldn't be anything issues. Might be something inside. Indeed, the weight of this tape is different from the others. Let's take a closer look. Nope. Carefully examine the special tape recording, discover that there seems to be an encrypted message within. See, this must be the reason for its weight. How can we decrypt it? I could try to crack it. And we leave it to you. Oh. This music, by the way, on Spotify is really good. It's one of my favorites. Yeah, and then there's like a one that plays that's faster when you do the faster modes. That's really good too. Did it, as expected. Looks like there's a new content that can be played on the tape now. It's interesting. I didn't know secret information could be hidden this way. What secret? Sakaki wants to know. Jiwen, are you nervous? I don't know, but I have a bad feeling about this. After all, I put so much effort into hiding it, there might really be an answer inside. Should we listen? Let's listen to it now. I have to face the truth.
Alright, let's get started.
Cassette that Bringer left behind starts playing.
I'm probably not getting out of this hollow, but at least this tape recorder still works. Let's say these are my last words. I gave away my anti-corruption equipment to save those civilians, so I'm not in good shape. Unfortunately, we came up against a horde of ethereals right after that. I rushed over to fight them off and tried to save the civilians, but in the thick of all the fighting, I turned back and realized that I was somehow alone. Nobody was behind me. Luckily, I managed to defeat the ethereals, but the wounds and corruption I sustained in doing so should be fatal. I don't mean to cast the blame at all here, and if any of my colleagues ever pick up this cassette, I hope that nobody is ever held accountable. It's just human nature. It's normal. Oh, what's that over there?
Hear a long, raspy, and creepy noise.
I've seen a miracle, yes. That thing is right. So long as humanity is in constant conflict against the Hollows, we'll never be able to grasp true power only by embracing everything. It's the only way. Only by embracing this power can everyone survive. Oh, Creator!
He was left in complete silence as the cassette finishes playing. Jiwen, in particular, looks crestfallen.
Are you okay, Jiwen? Thanks. I'm okay. It's just... Even though we had our suspicions, now that everything is out in the open, I can't help but feel a little... Well, at least now I know the reason why he changed.
What did Bringer say during the recording? Whatever it was, he called it a miracle.
I saw the mission report from that incident. Bringer emerged from the Hollow unscathed, completely free from injury or corruption. Plus, I remember him rescuing a few civilians and walking out of the Hollow together with them.
But if that's the case, then it's at odds with the audio we heard. Which one is the true version of events?
It's possible that both are true. Like if Bringer actually met a real god that completely healed his body.
And that's why his mood changed so much. Why he started believing the Exaltists. Because he witnessed a miracle.
That sounds like a reasonable speculation at this point.
But it still exceeds the limits of what we know.
In any case, it's a clue that ultimately points to the Exaltists. I'll keep pulling this thread and see where it leads.
Never expected the investigation to lead to this. What exactly are the Exaltists plotting? Regardless, time to head back to the video store and rest for a bit. Then I'll think about the next steps. By the way, where's Perlman in all of this? I just realized. Is he still with Sons of Caledon? Can I find him there? I mean, most characters that you meet can actually be shown, like, in the overworld areas. They end up becoming NPCs. Well, not... It's weird. Playable non-NPC. Because an NPC is a non-playable character, but they're not NPCs. But they're in a form you're not playing them as, so it's kind of weird. Ah.
I've been waiting for you for quite some time.
Why are you here?
We meet again, Master Proxy. I imagine you've already managed to gain some info from the conspirators about some people who wish to use sacrifice to launch an attack on New Eridu.
How the fuck do you know about?
How do you even know about that?
Because I've been watching you this entire time. I
Bruh.
know many things. But unlike those hypocrites, I'm willing to share info with you to show my sincere hopes of working together. I need to find Bringer's belongings.
Bringer's belongings. Did he even leave anything behind?
Oh, he did. I have complete confidence in my intelligence network. All the more reason for you to work with me. You've probably already guessed, but what Bringer left behind will be crucial for cracking the alleged sacrifice attack. Find it, and we'll finally know what they are after.
Who do you mean by they?
The Exaltists, of course. They're always lurking whenever something related to sacrifice comes up. Actually, the Exaltists and I, we have a bit of shared history. But no more than that until you officially agree to work with me.
That's actually a good question. I'm not actually sure if I should. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can look it up. It's fucking talking about team building. I'm not talking about team building, you fucking nut.
All right,
Splendid. I like people who don't mess around. By the way, might I ask, you're not proficient at in-hollow combat, are you?
Nope, I can't fight.
As I expected. Not to worry. You're an invaluable proxy. All I require is for you to guide me. I mean, not even my darling Lord Phaethon can fight in the hollows.
Hang on. What did you just say? Your darling Lord Phaethon?
That's right. The best proxy in all of New Eridu. Lord Phaethon.
Oh,
Don't
God.
tell me you don't like him.
It's not that I don't like him. It's just, it's a little complicated.
Well, if it's not that you don't like him, then that means you do like him, right? And I know exactly how you feel. My love for Lord Phaethon is really complicated, too. Great, you're a fan of Lord Phaethon, too. But that makes sense.
Yeah.
Fine, you're right.
Then we're fellow fans!
I wouldn't want to say it either. That's, it's a bit creepy. After inexplicably joining Vivian's formal fan club, you listen to her go on about her love of Lord Phaethon for nearly an hour.
Oh my. Once I start talking about Lord Phaethon, I just can't help myself. Look at the time.
Oh,
I
God.
suppose that's all for today, then. I'll be in touch with more
God.
news.
Holy fuck. It's caught up chatting with a and then I almost forgot why I'm here. Find out where the remainder of Bringer's belongings ended up. Should it be hidden in a hollow in the outer ring? We'll need to make some purpose later. Let's meet up with Blazewood later. Don't worry, I'll protect you, Proxy. I won't let you get hurt. How did you know we were proxies? I gather the information from my intelligence network, of course. I may look this way, but I've got a pretty impressive job, and I know many secrets. What's to do with you and the Exaltus? Must foil the Exalted schemes. Whatever they're planning, I'll stop them. This time, I absolutely cannot. Look, just think of it as my personal beef for the Exaltists. Whatever the case, we're on the same side here. It's getting late. I need to go back and make some preparations. See you in Blazewood. She seems rather reluctant to discuss her relationship with the Exaltists in detail. You sure you want to head straight into the Hollow? Maybe we can use the old method and connect to us instead. That'll be a safer option. Connect to us, people might recognize us. After all, she's our fan. Don't worry, I have you with me. If you insist. Alright then, if anything happens, make sure you stay safe. Even though we could stay in touch any time, I still worry. I'll get myself if anything happens. If anything happens, I'll get back up for you immediately. Let's take a break for now and wait for Vinny to contact us. Yeah, well, I wonder if she wouldn't believe us if we said we were Phaethon. She probably wouldn't. She thinks Phaethon is just one dude, but she has no idea. She is literally staring Phaethon in the face. Is that Trigger? And Anby? What are you two doing here? Also, why is there this special version of it? I haven't seen this before in canon.
Proxy, you're here too. I didn't expect to run into you here.
What are you two doing here? And is that a new look I see, Anby?
I'm here to investigate that incident.
Recall the incident you experienced with Anby and Trigger. Oh, I haven't seen that before.
I've recently dug up some clues about the person
I haven't
behind the
seen that
operation,
before.
But my key contact is ultra cautious and keeps demanding me to prove my identity. So, to gain her trust, I decided to meet her dressed like this, now that everything is completely finished. This uniform doesn't really represent anything in particular. For me, it's just another outfit now. We all have to move on someday.
I'm helping her. I want to make sure whoever's behind all this is caught. And who's...
I'm trying to, I'm just gonna skip through all that because I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Here's Vivian, she's my
Her
friend.
name's Vivian. She's my friend. We're here investigating a few things ourselves.
Ambi, one of the Cunning Hair's most powerful members. And Trigger, an Opal Squad sniper.
You know us?
Looks like someone's done our homework.
Oh my god, the
Is it
color
because
is
of the
on
proxy?
Trigger.
You two are practically celebrities. And because of my work, I've got loads of info when it comes to anyone with a name around New Eridu.
I see. Seems you're handling your work well.
Let's prepare to enter the Hollow. Unless you have any further questions, we'll be taking our leave now.
You're going into a hollow? Proxy, you plan on going in like that?
Yeah, that's right. I've recovered quite a bit lately, so I don't need any protective equipment in the hollows.
Shoot a wink at Ambi and Trigger, who both notice your signal and don't ask any more questions. Right at that moment, a rather familiar-looking lady appears.
Aren't you that lady from before at the...
Hello. I didn't expect to see you again, young lady.
What? What is this?
Vivian, are you alright?
What's wrong, Vivian? Are you feeling okay?
It's nothing. I just drifted off for a moment there.
I knew that person had to be important.
What are you doing here?
Don't worry. I'm not here to scam you.
Don't tell me. You're my contact for intel?
That's me. Ambi from Silver Squad, I presume?
Oh, Silver
Pleasure
Squad.
to meet you.
I didn't know that.
All right. I'm going to exchange some information with Miss Ambi here.
Huh.
You're not looking so good.
I can tell you later, but not right now.
Okay, that's all the information I got for you. In return, take me into the Hollow. I left something very valuable inside.
Seeing as we were just about to go in ourselves.
It's fine by me. But didn't you say you were investigating something?
It's fine. There's no rush.
Yeah, there really is no rush.
It'll be safer with more people, and we'll find your missing item more quickly.
Thank you.
I'm very curious now. Also, I cannot believe I'm not going to that. I'm just walking straight into the hollow. It still feels so weird. Like I'm just walking straight in. in fate? What you said before about the chosen one. Eh. No. It's like something you would say. Actually, no, it's nothing. Let's head into the hollow. I believe in destiny, not fate. Destiny is of your own making. Fate is predetermined. At least that's how I've always perceived it. Oh, cool. Just tell me about Ambi. I already know how they work.
So, what is it that you all plan to do here?
Can I not choose my own, or does it have to be trial use? I mean, my Ambi's not very good, but, you know, still want to use my own. I was trying to remember which attacks you can hold for.
Yeah. Recalibrating.
Mind the blind spot.
I'll pierce through.
What you deserve.
Ether vision activate.
Focus up. Fight him off.
Now it's my turn to ask questions. What exactly is it that you're investigating?
Since you're familiar with the name Silver, then you should know that it shouldn't exist anymore. And strategy.
Time to pin them down. You're in my...
What I'm investigating has something to do with it.
Don't know this bullet will reach its mark.
What you deserve.
Quick shot.
Right on cue.
Let's use that fissure to head to the next location.
Also, interesting that they have these, like, extra characters that can follow you around now. Looks like you get some really interesting stuff with mechanics like that.
This is the place.
So, what is it that you're looking for?
A ring. I was excavating ether here before and accidentally lost it somewhere. Please, could you all help me find it?
Sure, I'll start looking.
I'll go with you.
I'll stay here with her then.
Thanks, but you don't have to worry about me. Go ahead and accompany the others. I'm sure it'll be faster that way. I know it might sound strange, but I'll be so happy if my daughter grows up to be capable like you.
Remember the legendary artist mentioned by the host during the previous auction? Unrecognized during his lifetime, his works were discovered by art collectors after his death and became hugely popular. Sounds like a nice story, right? In reality, those art collectors are to blame for his death. Those pompous big shots discovered his talent and even wanted him to craft forgeries of famous works. Someone as proud as him would never agree to such a thing. Not only did he refuse, he also wanted to expose their schemes. Some days later, he suddenly took his own life. I knew him. He would never do something like that. His big shots silenced him. How do you know all of this? The legendary artist was my husband, Mira's father. Thank you, but I might not need it anymore. What exactly are those big shots you're talking about? In circumstances, it's fine to tell you, it's the Ravenlock family. Always, goddamn! They cannot keep their grubby little hands out of shit, huh? That I just discussed with Miss Anby is also related to them. Which was you asked for me to bid on earlier. I should have probably returned it to you. Don't worry about it. But isn't it your husband's final work? It's fine. Her bond doesn't rely on any keepsakes. And I don't need those to remember him. It's much better off in your hands than someone like Hartman's. Proxy, may I speak with Miss Tiana alone for a moment? Of course. In regards to the matter of finding the ring, I'm entrusting it to you. It's my wedding ring. I would be extremely, extremely grateful to you. I don't know what the other two are. Food left in the hall for no reason. There's no sign of ring soon as the form was. Brought some food with me. Thanks, I'm not hungry. Can't eat those, even if you're starving.
There's leftover food here. I don't want to imagine what's inside the bag.
Neither do I.
A toy that seems emotionally stable. There shouldn't be a ring hidden in it.
Emotionally stable. It's a stuffed animal. Ambi, what are you on?
It's pretty cute.
Huh? What? Oh, I'm supposed to click here. Is that the main
A
concern?
fancy lunchbox?
I wonder if its owner is safe and sound.
Probably not. If it's in here. Well, maybe. Who knows?
What's wrong, Vivian? You seemed worried for a while now. I'm worried about Sienna.
Save your location should still be safe.
I hope so.
Look at that she's stunned. I forget
the
that both
ring be
main
in that
Aftershock
gas
characters are that.
Good thing this gas tank is empty.
She doesn't look like she's. Oh, what the fuck? She's seen with her eyes closed peacefully.
Her vital signs are gone.
What happened?
I guess this was her final scam. There's one thing I must remind you. Your time is running out.
I'm not sure how you can tell, but you're right. I'm going to die in here. I'm very sick and don't have much longer. If I try to get treatment, it'll just be a burden on my daughter. So I scam my way through a bunch of physical exams and managed to take out a hollow corruption policy through Ravenlock Insurance. Once some time has passed, could you please take my corrupted body out of the hollow? That will secure a generous compensation package for my daughter. It's only what the Ravenlocks owe me. A pity, yes. But it's the only way I can squeeze it out of them.
What makes you think that will help you?
I just trust you will. I'm just awfully sorry you had to get involved in this. But it's something I must do. I have to leave something behind for my girl, if it's okay. Could you also please pass a message to Mira? Tell her, don't worry. Even if Mommy's body is corrupted, withers away, and turns to dust, my love for you will always be there. Thank you.
That's probably why she cried earlier. She could tell.
So, you were aware of this the whole time?
Yes. Because I saw it.
I saw him for a moment as if recalling the memory of back when she shed tears in front of Sienna.
You might not believe me, but I've had this ability to see the future since I was a little girl. But the things I see are always something bad. Plagues, deaths, disasters. That's all I've ever been able to see.
It's all that kid's fault!
She's seriously jinxed.
I always try to avoid her. Otherwise, she'll say something rotten that ends up coming true again.
Prophecies, she says. Like she's not the one bringing the bad luck upon us.
It wasn't me. I didn't do anything. Sorry.
What good is saying you're sorry? Things like this keep happening every time you open your mouth.
How unlucky. She shouldn't be here. Nobody wants her around.
If only she would just disappear.
I'm sorry.
Recounting the stories of her past, Vivian stays silent for a long time, as if struggling to break free from the shackles of those dark memories.
Every time it's the same. In the end, there's nothing I can change. Sometimes I even wonder whether it's me predicting these things, or if my very existence is manifesting these calamities.
Vivian, you were just trying to be kind and warn them about impending disasters.
I can tell it's never been easy for you.
Thank you. No matter what. I just hope she finally gets to rest in peace. I hope no misfortune, whether I foresee it or not, ever happens to anyone.
So, Vivian, do you always cry when you have a prophecy? Yes, every time a prophecy appears, I can't help but shed tears. I used to wonder if I could just hold back my tears, then maybe these bad things wouldn't happen. But I just can't do it. No matter how hard I try, I just can't. You're being too hard on yourself. Vivian falls silent for a moment, seemingly unwilling to continue the topic. Sienna said that the compensation from the Ravenlock family's Hall of Corruption insurance is enough to settle her daughter Mira for life, though it's hard to imagine the notoriously stingy Hartman engaging in such a money-losing business. Maybe Tops demands it. Yeah, I think so too. Actually, there have been rumors that the Ravenlock family had fallen out of favor with the Tops for a while now. That's why they're becoming so desperate, afraid of being abandoned by the mighty Tops. Sienna's actually a skilled intelligence broker. She's retired from the business a while ago. See, no one was able to gather classified information. She said she tried many ways, but everything was useless against the untouchable Ravenlock family. She still couldn't avenge her lover, but I believe everything she did was meaningful. Same goes for you, Miss Vivian. Everyone, it seems there are tears nearby. It's not safe to linger. Let's keep moving forward.
Roxy, do you believe that the future can be changed?
Whoa, that's...
In my memories, this has happened countless times already. I only see misfortune.
Adjusting for wind.
Why can't I even have a sliver of happiness?
Down strategy.
I'll pierce right through. Increase firepower.
Light him off.
The fissure that we're looking for is up ahead.
I really wish I'd gotten Trigger. She's insanely fun, especially with Andy. But just any character, really.
It's time. Recalibrating. Sniper's Creed. One shot, one kill.
A perfect conduit. Loyalty.
You're in my sight.
What you deserve.
The target's weary. The melody of combat.
Right on cue.
Off balance. I'll pierce right through.
Now you pay.
Time to pin them down.
What you deserve. I think it's about time.
We should take that lady out of the hollow.
Thank you.
She gave us the intel we needed, so this is the least we could do. I hope everything else goes well for you.
Master Proxy, is there anything you'd like to know?
I'm curious about your story, Vivian, but we can talk more once you feel ready.
You're the first person to ever say that to me. I'd be happy to share my story with you. These premonitions I see are not within my control, and they always come to me in a flash, like a flood of images in my mind. Most of the time, I see death, disease, accidents, and disasters. Of course, there are also some non-fatal mutilations, but every time, without exception, they end up happening. And I can never prevent or change them. That's all I have to say about it. If that offends Master Proxy and you don't want to hang out with me anymore.
Why would I be offended? That's just who you are, Vivian. Besides, we're friends.
I've always considered this ability as a curse.
It's not a curse. If anything, I think you've been given a gift.
Thank you. Really? Well, it's getting late. Bringer's belongings ought to be around here somewhere. According to the previous clues, what Bringer left behind is hidden inside a vending machine. Looks like it isn't in here. Let's try this vending machine. It might be the one we're looking for. Strange. There's nothing in here.
Like, absolutely nothing? If there's literally nothing, then it's very suspicious. There would at least be food.
This looks a little suspicious too.
Hugo, what are you doing here, bro? Huh. Bringer's notebook. Huh. I'm trying to get it back up flat. Ah, there we go. Haha.
This is it. But I don't know what these markings on it mean.
The notebook together, ignoring the surrounding danger for some time. The shrieking fear suddenly rings out nearby. However, a moment later, a strangely familiar figure materializes to block the ethereal, disposing of it with ease.
Well, hello, Master Proxy. It's been a while. Oh, don't give me that scandalized look. I did just save your lives.
I would have protected the proxy even if you hadn't appeared.
I'm sure of it, but I happen to be in the area. Worry not, dear companion. I have complete confidence in your strength.
So you two know each other?
Did you say companion?
Apologies. I didn't have a chance to mention it before. I'm actually part of the Phantom Thieves Syndicate, Mockingbird.
That's right. I was only able to slip in during the auction thanks to some help from Vivian backstage.
So, the whole time, you were only bidding on the collection so you could get backstage and mess with things?
I warned you before. You can't rely on appearances.
Don't worry, Master Proxy. We don't have any ulterior motives here. As you've probably heard, Mockingbird is a renowned Phantom Thieves syndicate in New Eridu that, despite its longevity, has managed to maintain the secrecy of its members' identities to this day. So, disclosing our identities to you is essentially the highest sign of good faith that a Mockingbird Phantom Thief can show.
That sorta makes sense.
Your trust is most appreciated. Mockingbird's purpose is very simple, really. To form long-standing and cooperative relationships with outstanding proxies, like yourself.
We need your abilities.
Before you make any decisions, please allow me to briefly explain the concept behind the Mockingbird Syndicate. We all know there isn't anything in this world that's fair. A prime example being the uneven distribution of wealth. People from tops splurge on luxurious collectibles, while the poor have to gamble with their own lives just to get by. Of course, besides wealth, there's also an unequal distribution in this world of happiness and suffering, hope and despair, love and hate. It's all just so unfair. Somebody has to do something to tilt the balance of the scales. And thus Mockingbird was born. We take from those who have far more than they deserve and give it to those who deserve to have more.
I guess it makes sense they chose a bird. It's kind of like Robin Hood, so they chose Mockingbird.
If you ask me, that's enough to be considered a form of justice.
Yeah, I agree.
You do have a point.
Thank you. However, aside from these philosophical considerations, we also have a crisis on our hands to deal with. As you know, the Exaltists are plotting to use the power of sacrifice to launch an attack on all of New Arity. We can provide you with all the latest intel, just like that notebook you found. Something those pompous housekeepers would never be willing to do. And the most crucial part of this whole game, the sacrifice core, is currently in my possession. We share the same goal for the moment, stopping the impending disaster from playing out.
I need some time to think about it.
How about this? If you still have misgivings about our upcoming cooperation, then why don't you bring Lycon along with you? He's got the support of the mayor's office behind him, and his presence alone is enough to keep me in check. That would put you more at ease. Of course, you're welcome to bring some other friends along, provided they are from public security or HSO.
Well, if you're willing to let my friends come along, then you've got a deal.
Great. It's a deal.
Oh, what is this? Might that mess with its value? Interesting.
Consider it a souvenir commemorating our first time working together.
For now, we'll carefully look through the contents of that notebook. I'll contact you if anything comes up.
I mean, from what we could read for a bit, you couldn't really see very much. But also, it's a huge notebook. There's a lot to look through in that thing. If I'm imagining it's as, like, wide as I can think it is, because I can see how thick it is. But if it's as wide as I think it is, then yeah, it's a lot. Oh! I'm a Hugo. I really do kind of want to walk around and say, look how fucking fast he is! Holy shit! He runs fast! I think he might have, like, one of the fastest overworld movement speeds. Like, if I were to start here, you know, start the day, just boom, boom, and then I leave. Holy crap, yeah. Yeah, I think he has one of the fastest overworld speeds. This obviously being Ben. Actually own a gallery? Also need a convenient social identity for various reasons. The title of gallery owner works quite well. Stay with Master Proxy for a bit longer. How high sleeping are you? Well, shortly before. Oh. Yeah, the suit's design is also just immaculate. His reasonings may be a bit flawed, but flawed characters are incredible. So, you know. Yo, Casey. There's our dear collector, Mr. Hugo. Long time no see. As you finish the task I asked you to do, yes? Done as promised. I've already found buyers for the goods you gave me. No shortage of big names among them. Of course, I've also recommended your gallery to them as instructed, and spread the word about it in the circle. But getting rid of all this exquisite stuff so suddenly, you're not in trouble, are you? If you have funding issues, I'm also your guy. I've got friends with the Law for Loan Service. Thank you for your concern, but my cash flow is very healthy. I have more than just you as my middleman. In essence, I'm just looking to boost my gallery's reputation in the scene. See, those rare pieces in your collection definitely caught a few eyes. I'm sure they're all looking forward to collaborating with you. Thank you for your kind words. Alright, it's getting late. I should head off now. See you next time. Time to find that guy. Remember him mentioning that he would dress up in something more presentable this time. But yeah, I think that Lycon and Hugo being perfect opposites of each other, but also working so well with each other, really just speaks to this game's design. Like, just as the Dwarf Rant said, this game really is just, like, has the perfect, like, design for characters. Not just their actual design, but also, like, actual, like, personality design, as well as, like their mechanics in battle. But, like, the actual design itself is also just insane. Musician's third string breaks, the gatekeeper wishes me. In which hand hides the coin for the Fremen? Sorry, my mistake. I wanted to see if it was the dude in the alley. The left hand holds death, the right hand holds deception, but the raven has already flown away with the answer. You know, the embarrassment every time I say this. It's quite poetic, isn't it? Meeting with Hartman has been scheduled. He'll be waiting for you in that same private suite. Should I say waiting for Hugo, the renowned collector and gallery owner? Thanks, I know I could count on you. Still have to ask, you're not looking to make the Ravenlock your enemy, are you? If I say I am, not like I can stop you anyway. You've already caused the scene of the auction. That robe of heroes stunt. Can't believe you actually came up with that. Hartman's been on the move lately. That Oregon trafficking case from before is linked to him too. Also heard that they're dropping big money on some kind of drug research. Probably the sacrifice stuff. Ravenlocks have always been a bunch of cold-blooded bastards, doing all kinds of messed up things that make your blood boil, swept everything under the rug with money and power, leaving the victims with no justice. Hartman, he's the worst of the bunch. Rumor says that he personally took out the previous heir and clawed his way to the throne. I know. Relax. I don't plan on clashing with him head on. Better not. I don't want to witness Mockingbird's folly of trying to crack a stone with an egg. Prefer to see it more of a gambit. Never win an argument against you anyway. Don't forget, the Ravenlock family's in bed with those Exaltix lunatics. Who knows what awful scheme they've been cooking up lately. In that case, as your old friend, I sincerely wish you all the best. Thank you. By the way, how's Lycon doing lately? I haven't seen him in a while. Well, I know you two split up, but it's been years. You still not over it? Don't know, don't care. If there's nothing else, I'll be good and going. Alright, fine. Good luck. Yeah, they both harbor such ill will toward each other, despite how many years it's been. But I mean, I can kind of see why. Since nearby seem to be having an intense discussion, you hear a familiar name. So the Mockingbird Phantom Thieves Syndicate only looks flashy, but hasn't actually accomplished anything, right? Tops remains unshakable, but those big families are just a step away from getting total control. It's possible that even the mayor can't keep them in check. Doesn't the mere existence of Mockingbird serve as some kind of warning? Every time they release a crime warning letter, fear erupts among these evildoers. Really? But what can they actually change? The end is probably just a game. To the big shots, Mockingbird is like a fly, annoying but not deadly, so they just let it be. What do you think that should happen? If you ask me, you have to dismantle everything from within if you truly want change. Without power or influence, it's all futile. The first step should be accumulating resources by any means necessary, and if possible, joining tops. After all, to establish a new order, the old one must be demolished, just like how creation requires destruction. Sounds exactly like something a villain would say. If it's possible to join tops, many would probably defect immediately. True, who would turn down money? It's almost time for the meeting with Hartman. Time to go. We're gonna kill him? Just slash through the heart? You know, I mean, he's got a... Does he have a snipe with him? I don't think he does. I mean, if we killed him here, it'd be pretty obvious. Hey, let me talk to you. Let me talk to you, huh? Let me go around. Can I squeeze through? No, I think they perfectly spaced the hitboxes so that you can't do that. There's probably a way to do it. You're the one who's the business with Master Hartman? Correct. Mr. Hartman's time is extremely valuable. He has graced you with this meeting amid his busy schedule. Sincerely hope you bring something substantial to the family. Worry not. I stand here precisely because I have enough leverage. You had better.
How about it?
Will you work with
Not bad. Let me be honest with you. I have the sacrifice core that you're after. I am Mockingbird.
me? So it's you. I never thought you'd be so bold as to come see me alone.
Relax, my friend. As you know, if I can sneak into such a heavily guarded auction, then naturally, I can just as easily slip away right now. I'm here with the sincere intention to seek cooperation. I can give you that sacrifice core.
And what do you want in return?
Wealth, glory, power. The things everyone else in the world wants, I want them too. And I'm confident that as the current heir to the Ravenlock family, those are all things you can give me.
Then you've certainly come to the right place. My family is working on a big project. If things come to fruition, Ravenlock's status in Tops will significantly improve. At which point, I'll be sure to leave a spot for you. Naturally, as an outsider, you're precluded from handling any of our core business. But profits from the scraps alone will be enough to set you up for life.
Mr. Hartman, I think you've misunderstood me. I have no intention of joining the Ravenlock family. In fact, I have an art gallery under my name that does pretty well for itself. I was hoping you could recommend me for Tops.
You want to join Tops? That's easier said than done. Even for a family like ours, it would still require significant effort and...
Just answer me yes or no. I don't think either of us can afford to waste time.
I understand, but in exchange, you'll have to give me the sacrifice core first.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I can't. I've already hidden it somewhere safe, a place nobody else but me knows. You don't want to put all your chips on the table when dealing with Tops. I know that far too well.
Then that means I also need to keep an eye out when working with the infamous Mockingbird, right?
Mr. Hartman, I should remind you that I stand before you undisguised. Coming from a phantom thief who's never publicly revealed his identity, shouldn't that be sufficient assurance? If I betray you, then you merely need to lift a finger to wipe me from the face of this world.
You do make a valid point there. In that case, you have a deal.
I appreciate your trust.
Why don't we celebrate our new partnership with a toast?
Calls over the waiter and pours out 2 glasses of some expensive-looking deep crimson liquid. He lifts his glass and nods to Hugo before draining it at one gulp. Hugo flashes a smug grin as he follows suit and takes a gulp.
Having a drink before undertaking anything important is a family tradition.
As an outsider, it's a real honor.
By the way, you aren't the only member of your organization, are you? Shouldn't all your companions agree to this deal first?
You don't have to worry about that. I'll make sure she agrees. Otherwise, I'll get rid of her too.
Seems you'll do whatever it takes to get things done. Great things lie ahead for someone like you. All right, let's leave it at that for today. I'll contact you about what to do next.
That's him! He's the one who killed Serena! She was the only one who was ever any good to him, right? That's how he repays her?
That's why they say once a mongrel, always a mongrel.
Father! We have to punish him! Serena had been ranking ahead of him. Hugo must have poisoned her water so he could pass her!
Pure evil. Typical for an impure bloodline. He should have been kicked out ages ago.
Hugo, did you do all this?
Yes, it was me. I killed her.
He admitted it! Fuck, he has no right to live under the same roof as us!
Why don't we reunite him with Serena then?
Hugo, well done. My children, how many times have I told you before? In this world, only the most ruthless, cruel, and unscrupulous of people ever make it to the top. Like Hugo here, who is willing to murder his only true loved one without a second thought. Only someone with the means and the gumption to do that is qualified to be my heir.
Mother is asking us to leave the doors open.
But
Okay.
It's all over now. And the results are obvious. The winner of this month's assessment is Hugo. As for the rest of you, go to the usual place for the punishment you deserve.
Father! For this, I was number one.
As I've told you before, there's only room for one winner in this family. You're still a loser, even if it's by the smallest margin. And there's no reason for a loser to exist. This is all for your own good. You understand? Go on now. Receive your punishment for the sake of the family.
Yes, I understand.
That really brought up some unpleasant memories. It won't be long. Soon, it'll all be over.
Proxy, it looks like you have something to say. About the Chosen One? Truth is, we've always wanted a chance to work with you. Hugo said you're the best proxy he's ever met. Chosen proxy, in other words, Chosen One. I believe you. By the way, are you free now? If you're not busy, would you mind taking a walk outside with me? Anywhere's fine. I need to stop recording, though. I need to start a new one. And then it's Hugo! Fuck. I have to hit 15, and then I think the chance will start increasing. That's usually where it is. It usually starts increasing at 15 in most of the games. Oh, I can't buy another one. That's right. Makes sense. Oh, well, and then I can buy another one for that. Alright.